Everybody's looking for answers to why certain things make our skin crawl. It's a universal experience, that eerie feeling that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. But what exactly causes this sensation? Why do some things just feel inherently creepy? Let's break it down. To understand creepiness, we need to delve into psychology, biology, and even cultural influences. It's a complex mix of factors that come together to create that unsettling feeling. Creepiness often comes from the uncanny valley effect. This phenomenon occurs when something looks almost human but not quite. Our brains are wired to recognize human faces and forms, so when we see something that is nearly human but has subtle differences, it triggers a sense of unease. When something looks almost human, like a lifelike doll but not quite, our brains hit the alert button. This near human but not quite right appearance can be deeply unsettling. It's as if our brain is saying this should be familiar, but something is off. It's that near human but not quite right vibe that messes with our heads. Our brain struggles to categorize what we're seeing, leading to a feeling of discomfort and even fear. Next up, violating social norms can crank up the creep factor. Social norms are the unwritten rules that govern our behavior in society. When someone breaks these norms, it can make us feel uneasy. Think about someone staring too long or whispering eerily. These actions violate our expectations of normal social behavior, making us feel uncomfortable and on edge. Our brains expect certain social behaviors, and when those are breached, it's unsettling. This discomfort is a natural response to the unpredictability of the situation. Ambiguity and uncertainty also play a huge role. When we encounter situations or environments that are ambiguous or uncertain, our brains go into overdrive trying to make sense of them. Ever feel uneasy in a dark alley or an old abandoned building? These places are filled with uncertainty and potential threats, triggering our fear response. Not knowing what's lurking in the shadows can make anyone feel vulnerable. Our imagination fills in the gaps, often with worst-case scenarios, heightening our sense of fear. On an evolutionary level, our predatory instincts kick in. Our ancestors had to be constantly vigilant for predators, and this vigilance has been passed down to us. Creepy creatures like spiders or snakes remind us of potential danger. These animals have been associated with threats for millennia, and our brains are hardwired to react with fear. These ancient instincts are all about survival. Our fear response to these creatures is a protective mechanism designed to keep us safe from harm. Cultural influences can't be ignored either. Our culture shapes our perceptions of what is creepy through stories, movies, and folklore. Ghost stories, horror movies, and folklore embed the supernatural with the creepy vibe. These cultural elements teach us to associate certain images